Okay.
So those slopes do help.
OMG BBG! Welcome back to another BBG unboxing. I feel like it's been a hot minute since we unboxed something fresh and new. Take a look at this. We went Bey hunting the other day and we found ourselves the Beyblade Burst QuadStrike Thunder Edge Battle Set. This one here is going to be sick because it comes with two Beys, which is Divine Belial and Lightning Pandora. So we have the Beys for the two main characters of the upcoming anime.
Wow, Season 7 product.
The price of this wasn't even that bad. It was on sale for like, what was it? Just like about 50 bucks Canadian. This product is pretty darn new, so for it to be on sale already, it's pretty sweet. Now, of course, the main focus is going to be that Thunder Edge Stadium. That one there doesn't look like it's a huge stadium, but it is something new. Let's flip over to the back of the box to briefly go over what we get. Beyblade Burst QuadStrike, of course, is pretty much just Beyblade Burst DB or Beyblade Burst Quad Drive, so you still have the 4-in-1 Bey. You got Core Mode, Core Plus, all that stuff, Apex. You guys already know what that's all about. Divine Evil Bellfire B8. That is your brand new Divine Belial. It's a attack type, right spin. And then we have Lightning Pandora Endless P8. So that is a really cool name. And that's a stamina type. This one here is a shocker for me because Pandora and Quadra is pretty much a main character, and that's a stamina type. Is Quadra gonna end up being kind of like a Kiyama relative and end up kind of like a sidekick? So if we take a look at the stadium, you can see here that the main features are the 4 quad zones. Looks like they have it labeled. You have like this main battle area and then a couple of smaller pockets that you can battle in. This reminds me of the Slayer Showdown Stadium that we got a couple years ago, because that one there had different battle arenas or battle areas. It's not like a super unique design by any means, but it's new, so we're gonna have to take it. Here we go. Brand new QuadStrike goods.
It's so cool.
Hey, I like the color.
Oh, wow, that's weird.
That's a nice color. It almost has like a HyperSphere vibe to it.
True.
Because it has like such large walls. Like, are you gonna be able to go up here? You probably will be able to. Okay, cool. So that's a little sneak peek of the stadium there.
Yeah,
Let's take a look at the Beys.
Cool to see some of these designs before the anime even officially comes out.
Yeah.
So first look.
I wonder if the show will actually feature the stadium in there. Because Hasbro has been really good at making the stadiums, right? So why wouldn't they feature their unique designs inside the show, which is like basically all of theirs, right? It's like their design, their everything.
Well, with all this stuff, it just looks like Quad Drive stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what BU was to DB, right? It's pretty much the exact same thing.
Quad Drive 2.0.
I like the colors of the light launcher, this like acid green color, but at the same time,
It's like same thing.
it's the exact same thing. So not super impressive launchers, obviously. We have like a million of those at this point. There's your Divine. We have our Lightning Pandora Endless. Sweet. Oh man, I don't know. I look at this and I think big yikes.
And it's like that, the main character?
I don't know. Let's take a closer look at the Beys first. Starting with Lightning Pandora Endless P8. Such a long name, but also such a cool name. This is Quadra's Bey. First impressions. I don't know. The Bey looks a little bit cheap to be like a main character's Bey, to be totally honest with you. I don't really see the motif very clearly here in the energy layer, but you know, I'm sure it's going to be really cool in the anime. So of course it has a very circular design, being that it is a stamina type. Obviously the strike chip is purple and you have the energy layer base that is this bright orange. Very interesting color combo. The QS01 disc, it's super circular, has a bunch of cutouts, so the main focus here has all of the weight on the outward pieces. So outward weight distribution and whatnot, like that's obviously going to be a highlight of this. Is very smooth as well. So in terms of Hasbro standards, I expect it to have quite a bit of life after death here. And of course we have that QuadStrike driver, or the performance tip. So 2 pieces once again, just like in the Quad Drive system. So for the main performance tip, the purple piece here, looks like we have a flat plastic piece, so a small circular platform. They couldn't have made this just like a flat surface area entirely. They would have been a lot more aggressive, but I guess they are trying to keep this Bey fairly tame because it is a stamina type. So for the armor tip that we have here, definitely more stamina focused. You can see that it has a sharp tip in the center and it's surrounded by this really large plastic ring on the outside. This of course is going to touch the stadium floor as the Bey slows down. Luckily it is fairly smooth as well, so hopefully it doesn't hinder the performance too much.
The armor tip and the force disc actually have a similar design, like that hollowed out portion on each side.
Yeah, the cutouts and everything like that. meant to be a little more aerodynamic, push the weight to the outside. So at least the themes are matching there. Moving on over to Divine Evil Bellfire B8. So of course, this is the evolution now of Dangerous Belial. Of course, when we first unboxed it in BU in the Takara Tomy world, we weren't too sure whether or not this was actually going to be an evolution for Bell. Now, confirmed by Hasbro, it is. So the shape of Divine looks relatively the exact same, other than the typical Hasbro stuff like, you know, lack of metal, hollowed out plastic, lightweight, all that stuff. Things that you guys are already familiar with. Just like the Takara Tomy version, Divine is looking really thin. Looks like it needs to get beefed up. So we'll be counting on some gear upgrades. I don't know if Hasbro's going to make any of them this season, but let's cross our fingers and hope that they will.
I feel like they wouldn't, because the last season there were pretty much none. And
exactly.
There were not even any like re-releases with all the gears on it. Sometimes, you know, we see those type of releases from Hasbro, but it's as if like it doesn't even exist.
Well, the gear upgrades will probably break the whole Hasbro game because it would just give this one particular Bey that much of an edge over the others. So they're probably not going to do that. Moving on over to the disc, this is something that we've seen before. This is SQ-Q, or this is pretty much like the metal piece that's on the shot driver. This is a Hasbro exclusive part. Obviously, the shot driver was a single piece, driver and forge disc combined. Hasbro went and separated it and gave us the metal piece, essentially. Has a bunch of cutouts in the design to make it look aggressive, but the shape though, nothing spectacular. You have two subtle points on the disc, and everything else is still very, very round. For the QuadStrike performance tip, two pieces once again. So for the main performance tip, looks like we have a more passive defensive design. This is Hasbro's Guard-Q driver. Ball in the middle with a cylindrical wall surrounding it. Once you add on the armor tip, you'll recognize the shape of this one. This is Adventure, so the Hasbro version of the Adventure driver. But dang, they made this thing wide.
It looks like completely different. It looks like a gear.
The center portion of the armor tip definitely looks like Adventure. Obviously we're missing rubber and everything like that, but legit though, why did they make it so wide and make it look like a gear? They're trying to turn this into some scrape monster that will, you know, suffer as soon as it angles even a little bit. So very questionable design for this armor tip here, but whatever. I mean, at this point, we're just happy to get some new Beys.
It looks like Basalt Horogium.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I was unboxing it too. I don't know why they went this route, but whatever. All right, let's quickly put the Beys together. So right spin, attack type, Divine Evil Bellfire. There we go. All of these Beys, obviously, you know, they don't feel that good putting them together because this is like the Hasbro stuff.
Just not used to it.
This is all we get, guys, in 2023 for now. So better appreciate it. Lighting Pandora Endless. All right, colors are like, yeah, they're okay. The details on this Bey, they could have been better for sure, but hopefully it's super cool in the anime. Anyways, let's put the Beys aside and let's take a look at the stadium. So this is the Thunder Edge Bey Stadium. Definitely getting a little bit of HyperSphere vibes. These walls are pretty high up, so hopefully we'll see some rail action over here. And yeah.
Are your Beys gonna be stuck there, or is the lip pretty deep?
I don't even think you will get stuck. Like, it's Beys will be moving so quickly that chances are you're probably gonna fly out of this one. But I really hope that we can like fly up this wall over here and then land in these areas off to the side. A little throwback to HyperSphere. But yeah, let's put on the lid, the clips, and then let's battle.
Don't forget the feet.
Yeah, we got 4 of them here.
Stadium's still so fresh and shiny.
Not for long. One battle and it's all over.
And half a battle with Takara Tomy Beys.
Yeah. Alright. There you go. Thunder Edge Bey Stadium. Yeah, not the largest overall, but pretty sweet though.
Gotta test them out.
Alright, let's do this.
3, 2, 1. Feels heavier.
Yeah, like when I launch it, or is it our light launchers that feel different? Oh, look at that. Playing Pandora Endless takes the wind. Okay, I'm gonna take off the armor tip.
Okay, me too.
3, 2, 1. Interesting. Okay.
So those slopes do help.
Definitely accelerates the Beys a little bit. Gives it some funky movements. Not bad. From this round, I'm pretty impressed with the stadium.
It's kind of like HyperSphere / you know, slingshot, a little bit of that, like everything combined.
It's a pretty good stadium so far. Okay, one more time. 3, 2, 1.
Feels like it's hitting pretty hard, even though it's a stamina type.
Well, I mean, with the armor tip off, I'm more aggressive. Dude, Lightning Pandora is like pretty sick, I guess.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Nice and round. Pretty sweet stadium. That wraps up our unboxing on the Thunder Edge Battle Set. Let us know down in the comment section below what you think of it. We do have to let you know our verdict now, right? Should you buy it? Should you consider it? Or just straight up avoid this one? Now, for the regular price of like around like 65, 70 bucks Canadian, I would say just go ahead and consider this one, okay? It's not like the most special Beys stadium. It's not bad. It has like a bit of a HyperSphere vibe to it. So I'd say if you can catch it on sale, go ahead. But for full price though, consider this one. Do keep in mind that this is essentially QuadStrike 2.0. It's DB 2.0, right, in the Takara world, because this is basically BU, right? So if you're going to be picking up only like one battle set, I would still say go check out like the Interstellar Drop, because that one is very unique. But this one here is not bad though, so consider this one, okay? Alright, that's it. We'll see you in the next unboxing, and as always,
Geeks out!